Welcome back to the class. Good morning, dear students. My name is Sridhar. I'm working as assistant professor in St. Peter's Engineering College, Department of Management. So yesterday we have already discussed about financial accounting. Now the continue the class, same class, and so today in the part of financial accounting, today we are going to discuss the topic of accounting equation. So once again, I repeat classes. In the previous class, we already discussed types of accounts, accounting cycle, and everything. So now today class is the accounting equation, apart from the financial accounting equation. So accounting equation. So why we are using accounting equation in financial accounting, in financial system? So everywhere when we are doing the business activities, compulsory we need to prepare or we need to utilize our assets or liabilities. So without assets and without liabilities, we cannot do anything business activities. So that's why we are using the formula of accounting equation. So in this accounting equation, so we have different kind of assets and different kind of liabilities and shares and equities and everything we are having in this accounting equation. So what is accounting equation in this topic? So which is we are learning in front of class. So accounting equation is one of the part in financial accounting. So accounting equation is assets, first meaning assets is equal to liabilities plus capital, and again liabilities is equal to assets minus capital. Again capital is equal to liabilities minus assets. So accounting equation formula we have bifurcated or we have divided three parts. That is what whenever we are introduced assets at that time through assets. So whenever we are introduced assets at that time compulsory we need liabilities plus capital. We need liabilities plus capital. So whenever we have started the liabilities, whenever we have started the business with liabilities, at that time we need to prepare assets minus capital. Whenever we have started the capital, whenever we introduce the capital into the organization, at that time we need liabilities minus assets. This is the accounting equation. Let me know that before we are going to discuss with the topic of accounting equation. So let me know that the first one is what is assets, and what is liabilities, and what is capital. Okay, assets. What is meant by assets? Somewhere we are using assets. No assets and no properties. So what is the difference between assets? So assets is nothing but asset. So we have two types. That is what current assets and fixed assets. Assets two types: current assets and fixed assets. Current assets and fixed assets. So what is assets? So assets is nothing but which is we are being introduced in the organization. We are earned something from that kind of properties or kind of assets. We are earning something from the asset, from the properties or from the assets, which is called assets. So assets is divided to two ways: current assets and fixed assets. Okay, current assets and fixed assets. So what is current asset and what is fixed asset? What is current assets and what is fixed asset? So when it is assets is increased, assets when in the organization assets is increased, that amount is goes to debit side. When assets is decreased, that amount goes to in assets account credit side. That is the formula of assets. See that what is current assets and what is fixed assets. So current assets means cash in hand, cash at bank, Okay, so this current assets is this amount is not permanently fixed. So which is we are going to do the transactions in the business organization. Business organization. That limited period is or 1 year or 1 hour or below 1 year. Simply below 1 year. We call it as a current asset. Best example of current asset: cash in hand, cash at bank. Okay, this is the best example for current asset. Next, fixed assets. Fixed assets means which is which asset is being to such a long time, above 3 years, which is called fixed asset. So best example of fixed assets: furniture, buildings, lands and everything, etc. This is called fixed assets. This is the difference in between current assets and fixed assets. So this is what assets is over. The next one is what is liability. Somewhere we are talking wherever you go in organization sector or institution sector, someone are talking no liabilities. Liabilities is increased. What is mean by liability? What is mean by liability? So being legally responsible for something, which is called liability. For example, taking loan from the bank, which is we are taking from the bank. We have to pay the sum of amount, interest amount. It is called liability. Being responsible for something. Okay, being responsible for something. Best examples: loans or we are taking non-financial. We are taking amount from non-financial institutions or organizations or corporations, and that principal amount we have to pay some extra amount, that is called interest. Okay, that is called responsible for something. So this is what liability. Next, capital, which is we are going to introduce. We are going to commence one business in the society. Compulsory we need capital amount. So what is mean by capital? Which is we are invested some of the amount into the organization. That particular amount through we are doing business activities. We are earning extra amount on particular amount. It is called capital. For example, I invested some amount in the organization. We have started one new business. Compulsory we need capital amount including shareholders or owners or everything. Okay, capital amount which is we are invested in the organization. We are doing business activities and we are earning extra amount on that particular amount, which is called capital. So this is the capital. Assets, liabilities and capital. So for accounting equation, how to bifurcate assets? We need assets. We have assets. At that time we need to prepare liabilities plus capital. And again through we are starting our business strategy through with the liabilities. Compulsory we need assets minus capital. And we are started with capital amount for business. We need compulsory liabilities minus assets. This is the accounting equation. Okay, so this formula compulsory we need to prepare in every organization. So this amount is useful for business transactions and everything. Now the next point is now the next topic is double entry system. So double entry system. So in before class we have already discussed about accounting cycle and financial accounting and debit and credit and everything. So now the point is a double entry system. So where it is used, why we are preparing double entry system. So what are the objectives are involved in this double entry system? So we have two types of entry systems in accounting sector. That is what single entry system and double entry system. I already said in previous class, single entry system is goes to totally journal accounting. As we will go to discuss in the next class or journal or lecture. So this is the explanation of double entry system. So where it is used, how it is used. which is who have started this double entry system. So this double entry system started, it was started since 1494, since 1494. So who are the started this one? Started the author name is Lucas Pacioli. So who are the started this double entry system? Means double entry system, it was started 1494. 1494 he started, his name is Lucas Pacioli. Lucas Pacioli. Lucas Pacioli. It was started in 1494. Double entry system. He is the Italian merchant. He is the Italian merchant. Italian merchant. The double entry system was started was 1494. Lucas Pacioli is the Italian merchant. He is the father of accounting. He is the father of accounting. Remember, dear students, he is the father of accounting. Who is he? Lucas Pacioli, Italian merchant. The next one, why the double entry system? What are the aspects involved in double entry system? So double entry system means debit and credit. Debit and credit system. So we call it as a two aspect. We are having two aspects in this double entry system. One is the debit and one is credit. I already explained in previous class what is the debit and what is the credit. Okay, what is debit and what is credit. So these two aspects are involved in double entry system. That is what we call it as a debit and credit. Dual aspect we are having in this session. Dual aspect we are having in this session. That's why we call it as a double entry system. Okay. See, dual aspect system. So in this double entry system, each and every transactions are recorded in this double entry system. So one is receiving and one transaction is giving. So one is receiving and one more transaction is giving. So on that time, incoming or outgoing of each and every transactions. Keep to record every transaction in this double entry system. So in this double entry system, we are going to record the personal account and national account and real account. Three aspects, three accounts, nature of accounts we are going to record into the double entry system. So this is the process of double entry system. So in this double entry system, having debit and credit and systematic recording and day-to-day recording, systematic recording, decision making system, dual aspect system, systematic recording and decision making system, and chronological order system we are having. Chronological system, dual aspect and systematic recording and decision making system and chronological system. This is the objectives of double entry system. So in this double entry system, compulsory we need, in this double entry system compulsory we involve, first one is preparing journal entry, and after second one ledger entry, and third one trial balance, and fourth one final accounts. These accounts are compulsory involved in double entry system. Those transactions which is we are going to record it, which is we are going to record in a particular book, that is what double entry system book. Double entry system book compulsory involve these aspects, these accounts, that is what journal entry transactions and ledger entry transactions and trial balance, and at the same time final accounts. These accounts are involved in double entry system. So I already said in previous class what is journal entry and what is ledger and what is trial balance and one more thing and final accounts. So in previous class we already discussed these sections. Once again I tell you. So journal entry is nothing but it is a primary book original book. So in this journal entry system it is prepared only single entry transactions. So these each and every transactions are recorded into the journal entry. Cash transactions or credit transactions are recorded into the journal entry. So now which is we are recorded when which is we are recorded in journal entry. After that we are posted into the ledger book. So this is what we call it as a secondary book, which is we are taken from the days base from the journal entry. So that particular transactions are we are going to record in journal ledger entry. So this ledger entry we call it as secondary book. So this is what individual ledger book. So each and every transactions which is we are taken place from the journal entry, that particular transactions are we are preparing individual accounts. Individual account we call it as a secondary book. Secondary book. Individual accounts are prepared with this ledger entry. Sorry, ledger entry. Next one. So we are preparing individual accounts. We are preparing individual accounts. On that time, we are going to check out the balances. We are going to check out the balances. Debit balance and credit balance. We are going to see in trial balance. We are going to see in trial balance account, which is the debit balance are equal to credit balance. The debit balance are equal to credit balance. We call it as a trial balance. That's why. Okay, trial balance, equal balance. From this ledger account, we are going to do the trial balance, both sides. Both sides, debit balance and credit balance. Next, final accounts. I already said final accounts involve only trading account. And second one, profit and loss account. And third one, balance sheet. Trading account, profit and loss account, and balance sheet involved in final account. This final account, when we are preparing final account, after end of the business, we are going to prepare the final account through balance sheet. So this is what total double entry system aspect. This is what total double entry system aspect. Now the next point is write down. Yes, students, everyone. So this is a dual aspect system. The next one is journal. Journal book. In accounting cycle, this is the primary stage. One transaction rotate the many ways. I already said that one transaction rotate the many ways. This is the primary book or original book. So I already said few seconds back. So in this journal book, each and every transactions are we are going to recording. We are going to record in journal book. So in this journal book, so what are the process we are having in journal book? What are the aspects? What are the terminology we are going to prepare in this journal book? So compulsory we need to prepare compulsory journal book. Business transaction we need business transactions. Objectives. This is what objectives of journal book. Business transaction. First one, proof as a proof. And third one, as a proof. And third one, chronological order. And fourth one, chronological order. And fourth one, business transaction status. Business transactions strategy. Day to day strategy of day to day. This is the objectives of journal book. So in this journal book, business transactions compulsory we need. So business transaction means which is we are making, which is we are purchasing, which is we are selling off anything, assets and properties or anything. So which is we are selling and buying at one place. We are doing the business transactions. Transactions means in previous class already said. Transactions means exchanging of goods and services from one person to another person. From one person to another person. That is what that is related to cash or cash equivalent. Cash or cash equivalent. So compulsory we need to prepare business transactions in this journal book. We need to know business transactions. Next one, as a proof, as a documentation, as a proof, as a date wise, as a particular wise. So which is we are legally we are going to prepare in particular book. With proof we are going to record in this journal book. With proof we are going to record in this journal book. That is what we are calling as a documentation and receipts. Okay, invoice. So through invoices or through documentation notation we are going to recording date wise in journal book. Next, chronological order means from 1 to 100. From 1 to 100, from day to day wise we are recorded into the journal book. Next one, business transactions strategy. Every day we know the business transactions in day to day wise. Every day we know the business transactions day to day. So this is the documentation of journal book. Next one is so what are the format we are having in this journal book? Okay. Format of journal book. So we are having format of each transactions or each problem we are having in our syllabus. Formats compulsory. Without format, you cannot do anything in the business organization, right? Formats. What is the format we are having? First one, date, particulars, LF, credit amount, credit amount. So this is the format of journal book. This is the format of journal book. Date first column and second column particulars, the third column LF and fourth column debit amount and fifth column credit amount. So date means, as we know that date means every day to day transaction. For example, today date is July 22nd. So today we are making more transactions in our organization. We are doing more transactions in our organization. On that particular day, we are going to record July 22nd. I purchased one machinery and I purchased one machinery. On that day, we are going to keep to record into the journal book. Date July 22nd. July 22nd. July 22nd. This is the day, year 2020. 2020 July 22nd. I purchased one machinery. So now only we are mentioned only date column. Next, particulars. Which is they are purchased or buying or selling or any transactions through narration, with narration, which is we are going to debit, which is we are going to credit. We are explaining in this particular column one transaction which is we are going to debit side and which is we are going to credit side. With narration, we are going to record in this particular column, particulars column. So which is we are going to debit side, we are mentioned only DR, which is we are going to credit side, we are mentioned with the CR. So that is what DR means debit and CR means credit. So from in this line, so in between we are using only two. That is an interlink. Two is nothing but interlink into the interrelationship explaining both transactions, dual aspect. That is what debit and credit. With the help of we are going to record two in this particular transaction. X account data, D mentioned data, 2. So with the help of 2 we are going to X account data to sales account. X account data to sales account. So we are adding two accounts here, X account and sales account. So X account data means DR means data. 2 with the help of 2 we are explaining completely from where sales account. This is what credit card. So this is the particular thing through narration. X sales goods. We are explaining. Narration is nothing but it is explaining of complete business transaction. It is called a narration. Okay. Next one, LF means ledger folio. It should be explaining in this particular journality only documentation number and receipt number. From this LF we are mentioning in this column LF. Only document number or receipt number we are going to record it into LF. That is what ledger folio. Next one, debit amount and credit amount. I already said in previous class what is debit and what is credit. Now for example, X account data 200 rupees. I mentioned only debit column only. It does not mention in credit column. So in straightforward sales account only we are mentioning take sales account only we are treated as a credit. On that time we are going to mention in credit column 200 amount equal 200 and 200. This is the debit and credit column. This is the format of journal entry. This is the format of journal. Okay. Now we are going to do the one problem from journal entry. Okay.